Me partnering with integrity means I'm here to stay. As in, I love this industry. I'm more excited about it than I have ever been. As a matter of fact, I am like the tail number on my jet. I'm in 24/7. Are you?
All got the same amount of time, and it's going to take a time, and it depends on how we use our time. But what do you got your mind set on? What do you got your mind set on? I love what Beret said earlier, and that's why Mike had her say it, because it's what you got your mind set on is what you're going to get. And she's got her mind set on agency manager by the end of November. And it's going to take time, and it's going to take money, and it's going to take patience. And Mike, I love that I have an opportunity to be a partner with $1 billion company. I said it at the agency managers meeting in Tampa. I was glad to hear your wife repeat what I had said at one of these meetings, I think at TWC about a month back, because it resonated. And it is something that's major, and all of us have an opportunity to grab it.
World, watch. You're going to see something you ain't never seen before. Is about ready to see what the Alliance can do, baby.
Alaska, baby. The last great frontier. Maybe, I don't know, Alaska. It's cold up there, that's why I got my jacket on, and they got ice glaciers. We're going to cruise Alaska. It's not just a cruise, it's a journey. The ovation of the seas. We are going cruising. And where are we going while we're cruising in Alaska? Juneau. Yes, I know, it's Juneau. It is the largest capital in the United States of America. You're gonna see orcas, you're gonna see humpback whales, you're gonna see them sea dogs, you're gonna see the sea sails, you're gonna see everything up in Juneau, because Juneau. Have you ever been dog sledding? You get on the back of the sled. Oh, look, or you down like this right here. You look this right here. There's a country song that says, if I never get to see the Northern Lights, I bet you go on this cruise, you're gonna get to see the Northern Lights.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're tuned in to the Activity Call Live. Your source for news and information with the Alliance. Now, let's hear it for our President and CEO, Andy Albright.
Woohoo! Stop, collaborate, and listen. Something, something, something. Ice, baby. You know, I got a heads up for some of y'all. I can see y'all's faces. Whenever I do a meeting, I always tell people, I said, look, heads up. You see how you can see my face? I can see your face. So the heads up to each and every one of you on here is, Mirdo, when you're in the house or when you're doing a presentation, they can see your face. Like, don't be like, you know, like Mo, they can see you. So I would never dig in my nose when I'm in front of people. I go like, right, would you ever look like this? I'd never dig in my nose. Would you look like this? They see you. You see what I'm saying? Like, they see you. So like when you walk in a meeting, you walk in like this. They see you. Like, hello. Now, it's funny because people can remember this a lot of times when they go in the house. Some people can't. That's called ain't getting no sales. I can't figure out why I ain't getting no sales. Like, they see you. Am I coming in loud and clear, Adam? Like, is it loud? Can you hear me?
100%.
All right. Mia, when you go out in public, they see you. Just want to let you know. Those clothes you put on, they see them. The hairdo, they see it. Not that you want to be seen. I'm just letting you know. They see it.
I feel better now. We got
Never
Joyce
mind.
on here. I was like the only girl in here. Be picking on her, and I got Joyce. Hey, Mia, good to see you. Good job,
Good to
Joyce.
see you, Andy.
See how Joyce fixed that? She looked at herself and she went, "Oh, they can see me." I like people get on here. It's like, do you not look at yourself and see what you look like? Good job, Joyce. Hey, Joyce, how you doing?
Hey, Joyce.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Great
Oh, yeah.
Friday.
Great Friday. Another chance to make it happen. I might have been stupid yesterday, but today I'm going to do better. Can you see me? Look at my head. They see you. Okay. That's my first tip. All right. We're going to talk about the subject is how to stir a fire or something. Can't remember. How to stir a winning spirit. That's what it is. Okay. No. That's not what it is. How to catch a winning spirit. But that's like I'm talking at you. How do you catch a winning spirit? Okay. Avian, how do you stir a winning spirit in somebody? See, that's the whole different concept. How do you stir it in somebody? It's the same way you stir it in you. Some people can't do it to themselves, and they can't do it to others. I give you an example. People can't buy an insurance policy. They can't sell somebody else one. Oh, a guy buys 3 insurance policies, but he can't get nobody else to buy one. He can't stir a winning spirit in somebody else. I can't get anybody to do anything. Well, you're selling $20,000 a month. Yeah, but I can't stir it in anybody else. Yeah, I see that. I see the numbers. You're not calling me, tell me nothing. I can't get nobody come to convention. You can't stir no winning spirit. I can't get nobody to do the 4 basics. How about this? I can't get myself to do the 4 basics. I can't get myself to do it. How do you stir a winning freaking spirit in yourself or somebody else? How to? That's what we're going to talk about today. It's not no psychological 3-day course, though. It's just like 35, 45 minutes to give you a taste. You're going to have to read some on your own. Read and learn. What's up, Mark Marler? How you doing today?
Doing great, sir. How about you?
All right, Mark, when you're up high, can they see
Yes,
you?
sir.
When you're up high, can they see you?
No, sir.
Yeah, they can.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
When you're down low, can they see you?
Down low? Probably
like
not.
When you're depressed.
No, sir.
Yes, they can.
They can always see.
When I walk into the room smiling, they can see me. I know that.
They can see you when you're depressed too, Bo.
Yes, sir.
You're not imaginary when you're depressed.
I love it.
Clay, when you come walking in the office and you're all excited, can they see you?
Oh, they can see it.
Can they see you when you're looking all depressed? What's your girlfriend's name?
Jasmine.
Jasmine. Jasmine, they ain't treating you right. You still got her?
Yes, sir.
You done lost her. She upset, mad with you. Done. Your lip got to come in there quivering. Can they see you?
It's written on my face. They can see it.
It's written on your face. Good to see you, Clay.
See you, man.
Clay, what's happening in President's Club? What's like? Oh my God!
Man, well, we're getting ready right now. You can see we're getting our computers and stuff set up for national convention. We're excited to have everybody out. You and I were talking about it recently, where we just got so much stuff involved in President's Club in terms of benefits to help people grow. And so we've been helping people a lot on our websites, promoting the heck out of those badass websites that you built for people in order to promote their business on social media, to get people following them, to create essentially a landing page, somewhere for people to land once you promote and network your business. We've been having a lot of success there, people using the tools in President's Club that already exist.
Nice. Y'all still doing that thing where you pay 100 and you make 400 or something?
Yeah. If you're in President's Club and you are issue paying business, we pay you in leads, baby. 10,000 is the first level, Andy. So you do 10,000, give you $50 back in lead credit. Once you do 20,000, you start breaking even. And then if you're starting to hit those higher levels, you can essentially bet on yourself. You can put more behind the past line, and you can increase your bet, and we'll give you more money back.
I'm better.
Me too. Belair's a big fan of that program. He tried to go even higher than our max 500 last month.
Hey, when you got COVID, you work from home. You can still get on a Zoom call. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I got COVID. Get on a Zoom call. You can't catch COVID through the Zoom. It's like a mask. It works better than a mask. It can't go through the screen. Follow the science, Abian. Okay. Thank you, Clay. That's good stuff. We're going to talk about how to stir a winning spirit, how that happens. But first, we're going to talk about some people that already have a winning spirit in some categories. Jeremy Patton developed a winning spirit in issue paid insurance this week. This week, he issued 75,000. I was like, really? 11 applications. He issued 75,000 this week. That is a good week, ladies and gentlemen. If that don't work, if that don't stir your spirit, I'm saying you ain't got no spirit. That's what I'm saying. Megan Wood had an unbelievable, shocking, nobody's ever done it before in the history of time, 41 issued apps for 43,952, and she came in number 2. How would you like to issue 42,000 in a week, 42 apps, and come in number 2? They believe me, Tia. Look at there. She come in number 2. Who is Nikki Farley, Brandon Manley, with 6 apps and 28,000? I need to know this person in your organization. Jason Molina, Paul Roberts team, 20,000. That's got to be a big annuity. Annie Cathy. Tell us about Annie Cathy, Adam. Is that her name?
Yeah, Annie Cathy.
Out of her mind.
She is fired up out of her mind. Looking forward to coming to convention next week, and big dreams, big goals.
Bo, she'll bring some energy to that room. I'm gonna tell you what, Bo.
She'll sing the rap too if you want her to. I
do. Matter of fact, the best rap video that we can get uploaded, like do a little video, put it on Facebook. We're gonna have this signed. It was very, very limited quantity. Signed, black, N24/7, white with red letters, and it's got the love bug on the side and Vanilla Ice, signed with a silver pen to the best rap song that's put up on Facebook. Tell her to give it a shot.
I will make sure she does.
Tyler in our office he's got a good run at it. Aben, you should do one with your guitar. Stop, collaborate, and listen. Okay. KA as opposed to PA. She's in that organization with all the letters. Remember we were talking about that? Listen to this. How many letters in it? ANUMALASETTY. That's a bunch of letters. And that whole organization, they got premium and letters. I love them. Hope they're coming to convention. They ain't got to, and if they don't come, I won't be mad. Bel Air, where you at? Take your
right here.
Let's see Bel Air. Yes, how would you like to? You come in with 35 issued apps, 15,000, thinking I've got to be number 1 in the company. I'm number 1 in the country. I've got to be. Well, you're number 7. And by the way, you show at least the 35 apps is number 1. No, it's number 2. How do you feel about that? Do you still stay up and have a winning spirit after a week like that?
Absolutely. It's all about continuing to fight through the nose and get to the essence.
Bel Air, honestly, are you shooting for number 2 in the country or number 1 in the country by the end of the year?
I am honorably and admirably and honestly shooting for number 1.
Number 1, yes.
Hey,
That is a well-coached manager right there. That is a well-coached manager.
I am shooting for number 1.
He said, how in the hell am I going to get number 1? Shouldn't I shoot for number 2? I said, oh, hell no. God, nothing is impossible with God and annuities. You got to keep in mind, you come rolling there a $2 or $3 million annuity, Bo, you might shoot right past her.
Dang right.
Or IUL. You might run into, but, yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, if you don't think it could happen, and if you don't try to make it happen, it ain't going to happen. All right. Jeff Schultz. That's another Brandon Manley. 14,000, 18 outs. That's got to be one of his best weeks of the deadgum year. Texted me today. He's moving to the great state of Florida. He got nudged out of Dallas. Paul Robert, Fitz, Diane Lampy, Dan, the man, Penny, Chris, all them leaders up in Dallas. He said, I'm getting the heck out of here. I'm going where there's less competition. I'm coming down to Florida with you boys. 18 apps issued. Good job, Schultz. Fired up to have you in the great state of Florida. Nick Greco, new name. New name, Nick Greco. I got to tell y'all about this. I'm going to get to the winning spirit in a second here. Well, I'm going to come back to Nick Greco. Nick Greco, Steven, he's at 12 with 7 apps. Davies, 12,000. Tanisha Staton, Edwards team. Mark Hutchinson, 11,000. Mimi Romero. Mimi Romero come in at 10 grand this week with 3 apps. I'll tell y'all about Nick Greco. All right. Last month, 83,000. This month so far, 120,000. And it's not with like 2 or 3 people. It's their group look like a Christmas tree, red and green and yellow and orange and brown and blue. It's just crazy, okay? The guy under him, the biggest leg, last month, he did 80, he did 40. And this month, he's like on 120 so far, and he's like 90, okay? There's a big annuity in there, but they still would have went up 10 or 15%, okay? Here's what people tell me all the time, Avian. They say, I'm not comparing myself to Nick Greco or Mike Guerrera. And I'm not comparing my agent to Nick Guerrera, Mike. I'm not going to compare him to Manley Brandley. I'm not going to compare him to Adam Cat. I'm competing about myself. I'm trying to do the best I can do. And I only got one question for it. Is that the best you can do? Like let's compare you to your best you. I would rather be compared to Adam than my best me. If I compared myself to my best me, I'd just pull out something right here and, if I don't want to I'll compare myself to Adam. I don't feel so bad. I'm embarrassed because he doubled, but it's not like I'm comparing it to my best me. If you want to make me mad, ask me about my best me. You want to piss me off, compare me to Brandon Manley or Adam Katz or Mark Greco or Mike Greco or Nick Greco or Mike Guerrera. Compare me to them, I get mad. I'm not going to say, well, I don't compete. I just compete with myself. Well, shouldn't you be furious? Or is your best self pathetic compared to, you see what I'm saying, Terry? It's an out. It's a higher moral bull. I hope y'all couldn't read my words, my lip.
I read them perfect.
You see what I'm saying, Terry?
Yes, sir.
It's a lack of competitiveness with your best self. It's a lack of competitiveness with Eric Belair. It's a lack of competitiveness with Megan Wood. What you got to say about that, Terry? Okay.
I'm gonna tell you right here. But like when I first came to the Alliance, I remember the first leadership convention we came to. We had just got started, and when I saw Stephen Davies on stage and Andy Riddle and Adam Katz, I'm looking at them jokers like, if they win, and I know that going well, I can win too. And I was like, Paul Roberts, like, that's who I want to be like. Not average, not a general wondering, generality, not none of that. I want to compete with the best.
I like it when I say everybody can't be number one. I don't want everybody to be number one. I just want me to be number one. I just want my friends to be number one. I want Avian to be number one in the country. I want Bel Air to be number one in the country. I want you to be number one in the country. That's all I want. That's not possible. You worry about yourself. I worry about myself. You worry about yourself. Well, I don't want all my people to be number one. Okay. I'm already talking about how to create a winning spirit. Okay. Let's go back to these graphs and get through these things. These Jeremy Patton write a big dadgum annuity. That don't surprise you, do you? $700,000 annuity. See, that's what you need at Bel Air. Scroll down to them annuities. Megan Wood got a big one. Nikki Farley got a big one. Who's Betty? Betty Blankenship. Mike Alleman. Mimi Romero, big annuity. Cuz done got him annuity issue. Y'all know who Cuz is. He the one told me to get an insurance license. I'd make a lot of money. That jugger's a predictor of the future. Aba and Alma done got a 50 grand. Marcus Richardson, Mike and Carrie, Minerve, Ida, and Douglas. Move down. Please move down. All right. Submitted. Look at old Tyler Bott. That's a rifle shooting. National champion rifle shooter. Brian Rojas. Margaret. Who's Margaret? I got to get Margaret's name. Margaret Amoa. Nancy Sawyer. Kelly Haney. Kathy Hepburn keeps showing up, Terry. Kathy Hepburn keeps showing up, Terry. Pay attention to that one. Robert Wilson, smoking. 11 grand. Kyle and Janina. She doesn't announce she's with child. Osuna Atsoy. Omar Stewart keeps popping his head up. Former college athlete. Former Californian. Moved out to Tennessee. Megan Wood. She is so daggum steady. Osuna, let's do CVS. Who understands it's the highest compensation final expense product with the highest renewals? Well, yes, this is not as high, but it's got higher renewals. No, you don't understand. It's higher and got higher renewals. You say, yeah, but what's it do for the client? No height and weight requirements. Gloves, COPD. Applications are read. What else you want in a product? All right, Mark Hutchinson, Mimi got it. Stephen Davies got it. Top recruiters. Riddle keeps putting them in. Richardson putting them in. Turner and Haney. Paul Robert. Who is Alexander V? We better figure out who that is. He done started recruiting. Rivero, part of Olga's team. They got some people coming on strong. Lampies, Davies, Yen Leifer. All right. Yen Leifer's got recruiting going on. Yen Leifer, Camacho DePino. Daggum. Olga and Jason got several people recruiting. Terry Ayers put in 2. Janina, Kevin Jarrett, and Brantley Dunn done put in 2. Look at there, Lou. All right. Let's go to these. Let's go. You don't need to go to the slides, but let's put me people back. All right. Let's talk about a winning spirit. Here's what you got to do to people. Here's what you got to do yourself. I do it all the time. I was just telling Chris how I stirred the winning spirit. First of all, let me do Vince Lombardi. Okay. I call him the original N24/7 RU man. He's the original N24/7 RU. Winning is not a sometime thing. It's an all the time thing. You don't win once in a while. You don't do things right once in a while. You do them right all the time. Winning is a habit. Unfortunately, so is losing. Being excited when people see you play Maxim and being stupid and looking tired is also a habit. Which habit are you in? And here's what I do. I turn it on. I can't stay like this all the time. But when you see me, I'll be like this. And I can tell when you see me. You might see me when I don't know you see me. I'll be like, I get my mess together. It's a habit, Rojas. I'm in a habit. When I come up in that office, I come up them steps like this right here. Boom! It's a habit. Winning. The original 24/7 man, Vince Lombardi. Okay. All right. here's what I say. Let me try to get a winning spirit in Joyce. I'll be like, Joyce, can you hear me, Joyce? Unmute, Joyce. Let me see you hear me.
I can hear you.
All right, so let me ask a couple questions so I get my mind right. Let me get my mind right on you. Where you live?
In Winston-Salem, North Carolina.
God's country right there. Now, you on Terry Edwards' team?
Yes, I am.
How you know Terry and Tia?
I know them we've gone to church together for years, and we were in another business together.
Were you in that travel thing?
Yeah, we were.
That Nick Greco and Mike Guerrero that I was talking about, that's where they come from. The Rat Pack, right? They did not like it. Do what?
I said they were a part of a group called the Rat Pack.
You might be right about that. I don't know about that, but you might be right. I missed that part. Now, do you have children? Are you married?
Oh, Lord, yes. I have grown-up children and 2 grandkids.
Nice. How many kids?
I have 3 kids.
They all married?
No, only 1.
Are they good health?
Yes, excellent health.
What's your husband do?
My husband's a pastor.
Your husband ain't the one he calls bishop, is it?
Yeah, that's my husband. I'm the wife that's under his team.
Okay. We put y'all together. We didn't want to see y'all separated, so we put y'all back together.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks for keeping us together.
We like all the symbolism up in here, you know? Unless we don't want you to know, then we pretend like there's no symbolism.
I got you.
Okay, so Joyce, here's what I see in you, okay? This is how you get the winning spirit. It's what you got to see in yourself. You got to see it in somebody. But I already know enough about her that I can see it. I think that you were put on this earth to make a difference. That's just what I see. I could be wrong. And you were the bishop. So that tells me something right there. It tells me y'all ain't perfect, because I ain't never met a perfect preacher in my life.
Not a perfect
Especially
individual.
a male preacher.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
I got you.
That's what we call salt and pepper. I give her a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. Y'all understand what I'm saying?
Got you.
I give a little bit of sweet, a little bit of sour. I ain't never met a perfect. But here's what I think. I think deep down inside of you, now some people say it ain't all that deep, it's right here every day we can see it. I think there's a good person that wants to change people, make a difference. And there's people out there considering suicide today. But I think you could reach out to them and make a difference. I think you could give them hope. I think you can do it. That's what I see in you. Now, you might say, well, I think people in ministry should be poor. And that's fine. It ain't my life. I don't care. I'm going to Paris. I'm going to get me some Camus wine. I ain't getting none of that cheap stuff. I'm going to get me a ribeye with a bone up in it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But if you say that, I'm with you. But I don't see that. I see God's chosen servants to have some good food and good travel so they can tell other people what's out there. They can tell them about the golden streets. They can tell them about the statues in Paris. You see what I'm saying? That's what I see. So what I'm telling you, see, so here's what the slides say. You got to get up with a positive mindset that the way you do anything is the way you do everything. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
In other words, I got to have a poor household with no air condition, but go out and tell people that God is good. See, I got to go, God's good, God's good. I got to be more consistent in a positive way. That's the way I see it. What I got to do is I see that in you, Joyce. Now, let's say I got a person on my team I don't see it in. I don't say it to them. I'll be like, I can't put in them what God left out of them.
Right. I got you.
I can't put in them what God left in them. But if I see it in them, I can try to get it out of them. Now, if you tell me God didn't put that in me, well, there you go. Get you a job at Chick-fil-A. That way you're off on Sundays. Go to church.
Well, you read right today. We'll have to call you Prophet Andy, because that is exactly the way I feel, that God did not create his children to suffer, but he created us to prosper and to be in good health, even as our soul prospers. So I'm on track with that. Other side of my life now, looking for something to do, because I am not ready to retire. I have too much purpose still left in me, purpose that I did not fulfill in times that I should have fulfilled. And so this is my next opportunity.
My next 30 years.
Well, for me, my next 59 years.
How many?
My next 59. I plan on staying around to 120, unless I start to look really old, then I have to
Playing
leave
around, I just don't plan farther. I'm gonna stay around. I just don't plan farther than 30 years out. That's all I plan about.
Oh, no, I don't plan. You're right, because I'm gonna get so rich with this concept and the business and the pushing of Terry and the mentorship of Andy, that I will be just cruising around the world and enjoying life while I help to change lives with the truth of the gospel and the truth of insurance and annuity.
My next 30 years country song. This is how I do my life right here. You gotta be careful with this. See, let me tell you this. You play too much, I shoot you off of YouTube, so I got to stop it. I know how this thing works.
Now it's time to focus in on where I go from here. Lord, have mercy on my next 30 years.
Take that, Brian Tracy. Listening to country music, you're going to go broke. Should be listening to audios. You know how much he's messed me up on my trips to do my Pilates? I used to listen to country music all the way to Pilates and all the way back. Now I got to listen to the obesity code. I got to listen to the checklist manifesto. I got to listen to checklist manifesto. I got to listen to, what else am I listening to? Oh, your first year in network marketing. I could be listening to my next 30 years. Okay. You see what I'm doing to her? That's what I do to myself. Okay? I think, matter of fact, Tim Goad told me about a diamond. It's one of them Duncan brothers. Just got him a G250. I was like, if an Amway diamond can get a Gulfstream, I can get a Gulfstream. I got a Citation XLS Plus. If he can get a Gulfstream 250, I can get a 250. Does that make sense? Now, I thought of a couple excuses, and as a comedy act, I gave him a couple excuses. He didn't even laugh. Well, he might have laughed, but he wouldn't. He was laughing because it's funny. He wasn't laughing because it was a legitimate excuse. You got to get up with a winning spirit that everything is. You with me? I want it all, and I want it now.
Yeah.
It sounds greedy for a preacher to say, I want it all, want it now. But God wants it all, and he wants it now. He wants all of you, and he wants it now. He's a greedy God. Oh, he's a giving God. Well, you can be both.
Mm-hmm.
You got to get to give. Am I right, preacher?
That's the truth. Yeah. Yeah. You got, it's impossible for you to help someone when you're struggling. And if you're struggling from day to day, you cannot invest. And I can't put it into the chapter right now or the verse because I'm not that biblically sound. I don't know every scripture, but I know how to live it. But there was a prophet, and the word of God talks about no one would hear the prophet because he was poor. So if the Bible can talk about you not listening to a prophet because he is poor, then the people are not going to listen to you if you are poor. So I don't think you have to be greedy, but you do have to know how to point people to a better life. And I don't think it's necessarily greedy, because it's a good thing to want more, because the more you have, the more you can help. It has to do with your heart. And what is your heart doing?
We call y'all prosperity preachers.
Well, I don't mind because I hope that I can prosper in doing that which is right. So it's the whole thing. If you don't care how people label you, then you're not going to be subject to their beliefs. So I don't really
You're
care
going to
how
have to
they
strike
label
up the
me.
organ in a minute, Andy. You're going to have to strike up the organ in a minute.
Hey, you want to be called a poor preacher or a prosperity preacher? Which you prefer? Well,
I'd rather to be called a prosperous preacher.
Say, Terry, talk to me, Terry. What'd you say, Terry?
Hey, you're going to have to bring up the organ. You got that organ still up there up there by Billy in the prosperity hall.
Have y'all got an organ player? I need an organ. I got the organ. I got T.G. Jake's organ in my balcony, but the guy that told me what to buy quit the next day.
No, you can't. Don't bring the one. Yeah, we got an organ player that would turn it up, just like you won't have them dancing around up in there.
Dude, I got it.
Well, we can get you a player. I'll work on it.
I need it. Y'all in Winston High Point, y'all right there at me. I didn't talk about that. Y'all have one. Well, I'm going to tell you what, we'll have that daggone stage rocking. By the time Vanilla Ice get there, the stage already be swaying. All right, look. See, here's the thing. If y'all could get let me tell y'all something. If I'm Brandon Mandy or I'm Alex Fabian, I'm like, I wish every God blessed one of my wonderful parishioners, agent, was on this dadgum call. People say to me, Joyce, they say, I can't get my agents to sell. I go, can you listen? Can you get them to watch a television show? Can you get them to watch an activity call? Well, I don't know. Could you try? How low can we go? What's the smallest barrier your agent can do? He put his hand out. Well, you're going to have to get somebody that can do something before decides to put his hand out. You got to at least be able to watch a dadgum activity show and get up in here and see stuff, and learn stuff, and grow, change, get his mind right. Well, it's inconvenient. It's 9 o'clock on a Friday. No, it's 10 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock on a Friday. Although I knew some kids 28, 32 years old that sleep about 1. It's inconvenient for them, I guess. It's inconvenient on the West Coast. Daggum 6 o'clock in the morning or something like that out there. 7 o'clock. Is it 3 hours to LA? 3. All right. Number 2, you got to wake up every morning with a positive attitude that everything needs to win. Like, the way you do anything is the way you do everything. We're going to win. We're going to win. All right. Number 2, dogged tenacity that don't change when the going gets rough. That don't change when it looks like you can't win number 1, but you can only win number 2. You can't change. You got to be dogged about it. Some way, somehow, I'm going to get to be number 1. Ain't that what I told you, Bel Air? I said, that's what I need you to walk around saying. I'm going to be number 1. If you come in number 2, we're not going to kill ourselves. We're going to be pissed, though. We're going to be pissed we come in number 2. Right, Bel Air?
Yes, sir.
He also wanted to sneak up on people, which I think is a good idea. But I'm the trumpet player. I was like Jason Carey. I'm leading the army out there with the band. I'm blowing the horns, baby. Bell, Krause, Bel Air's coming for you. Swindell, we see you moving up the ranks, but not fast as Bel Air. Hutchinson, Bel Air's coming for you. Richardson, I think he done passed you. I ain't got the leaderboard right in front of me. I'm just going from memory. I might look at it every once in a while. Hey, did I tell y'all that liars figure, but figures don't lie? Oh. Listen to this. This is side note. This is free. How to catch a winning spirit. That's expensive, but this is free. What I'm gonna give you right here. I was telling Abian this morning. I'm gonna tell you this, Clay. I'm gonna tell you this, Lou. Murdo. This is important to you. Listen to me, Murdo. Adam Katz, tell me your numbers. Have you doubled since last year or tripled? What is it since last year? 12 months in a row. What happened?
Yeah, in May we were more than double since last year. And just the trends just continue to go up. Unique riders are up, application counts are up, submitted premium is up, issue paid is up, everything's up. breaking new pin levels, all that stuff.
So what did your volume go from to what, Adam? Roughly, what was it a year ago? What is it now?
So last May we were at 140, about 140,000, and this May we hit 288,000 issue paid.
So let me give you some tips. So how'd that happen? Here's how it happened. Number one, he started with a circle of you, his circle, him. Number two, he's really close to me. He's really close to Tim Goad. He's really close to God. Like he's not like it's a real religious freak. He's not like he don't live here with me. He ain't at the Goads every week at church. Okay. But really close, meaning leans in. Now watch this. Here's him. Here's what I get. Here's what I hear from other people. You don't understand that, Andy. He's only 140,000. It's easy for him to double 240. Okay. Do you have anybody in your group that's less than 140? Maybe you got a guy that's 20,000. Shouldn't it be easy for him to double? No, 140 is a sweet spot. Like what? What in the world? So Bel Air, you got a guy that's solid $7,000 a month. Shouldn't that be easier to double than 140? I don't know what kind of logic where people go like, well, that's because he's on what? Or that's because he's big. He's 140,000. He's so big, it's easy for him to double. What? Whatever volume you're at right now, AB, and your entire hierarchy can double. At Bel Air, double. Mirdo, double. Okay? And by the way, you can do it in 90 days. Matter of fact, if you're 7,000, all you got to do is find one guy to write 7,000. You just doubled. You can do that in less than 30 days. All right. Let's go back to it. Here's the other thing. Here's the reason Mark Muller, or you say this to me, Mark. Yeah, here's the reason Chelsea can't grow. Here's the reason Terry, here's the reason Mia can't grow. Here's the reason Joyce can't grow. Because Avian's talking about one sale a week, and every single person gets another sale. One, you can make $1 million income after you get, how many people you got to have make $1 million income at Avian? If everybody's selling one sale a week.
I think it's like 60, 70.
60 or 70 people selling one sale a week, you make $1 million income. And Mark Hutchinson's saying, write 40,000 a week. And Andy Albright saying 40 appointments a week. And Bob Meyer saying 10 a week. My people are so confused, they don't know which way to go. Adam, are you confused?
No, sir.
Okay. I'm screaming at him all the time. He sent me a text yesterday, ... And I said, all right, let's get on the phone and figure it out. So we called up the other guy. We said, what are you doing? He explained to us. I said, you got it, Adam? You understand now? Okay, can you get back to work? But what people do is they see something else going on and they just put their head down, Bel Air. They just put their head down. That's another word for what? Who knows what it is when they say I'm just putting my head down? Who know what it really is? Raise your hand if you know what it really is. Where are they really putting their head? I can do it. Where are they putting their head?
Up the backside.
Up the backside. By Adam leaning in as opposed to putting it in, I can correct and coach. So, AB, if you can get your guys to be on the call and then get on the call, we can coach them. I'm not going to confuse them. Well, you do, because you talk about how many Riddle recruited, but yet you talk about this guy wrote 70,000. I'm happy for 70,000. I'm happy for Riddle recruiting. What do I need to do? Well, let's talk about what you need to do. What do you need to do? Well, the problem is, if you call me and tell me and say, what do I need to do? What if I told you and it ain't what you want to hear? That's why people don't ask what to do, because they don't want to know. Well, I'm not asking you what to do because you might tell me. That's like this guy told me, he said his brother and sister, they'd ask for money from mom and daddy. And as soon as they give him daddy, mama said, now let me tell you what to do. No. I just want the money. I don't need the advice. I don't want your input. I just want to bitch, complain, and moan. I don't want your input. I just want your money. Oh. And the guy said, he said, I get so mad at my brother and sister because if you're going to be asking their money, you got to expect they want to have input. They have thoughts about it. Makes sense. Lou, how's your boy doing? Lou Abadi, how's your boy doing?
Phenomenal. Thank you.
Brag on
and
him.
my daughter.
Brag on your son a little bit, Lou.
Son graduated Kuma Salati of USF for mechanical engineer 3 years ago. Got himself a phenomenal job, doing great. My daughter's in kinesiology. She's getting a master's degree. And as soon as she's done with that, she's going for a doctorate as well. 2 great kids, 2 amazing kids, no complaints.
How much money you reckon your boy got in the bank so far?
He's got just a hair under $100,000.
How old is he?
26.
Who said, I thought you wanted him getting insurance. I do. I also want him to build bridges and skyscrapers, boats and ships and Ferraris and Maseratis. You got to have some of both. If that's what trips his boat, I'm fired up for him. But I don't want him to be a bad one. I don't want him to be a failure over there. So let me tell you something. Lou's helped him with college and helped him saving money. Guess who's going to want some input on how he handles it, Lou?
Yes, sir.
Who?
My son.
Lou is going to want some input.
Yep.
Lou helped him get there. Lou going to want some input, right?
We talk about it every week. My son and I, his money, and my daughter and her money as well.
See what I'm saying? It's funny. It's not a two-way street. So what I'm telling you is, if I can keep Brandon on track, I can keep him growing. But if he starts listening to Abian, listening to Hutchinson, well, why don't you shut up Hutchinson? Why don't you shut up Abian? You ever try to shut up Abian? It ain't happening. I've known him 30 years. We'd be back in the back when we were 27 years old. They'd be like, shh, he'd be talking. You can't shut him up. Abian said, how you know? You was back there running your mouth. 2 peas in a pod. That's why we got together in this business. You see what I'm saying? Like, I can't quiet the crowd. I love you, but I can't quiet the crowd. You got to coach them and you got to teach them. You got to try. Does that make sense? It's like, by the way, if Joyce listens to the world, here's what they're going to hear. Uh-oh. I done got a note from Bill. She says she don't know she's going to win. She just knows she ain't going to lose. Okay. Joyce listens to the world. She's going to hear, you deserve to sit down, stop and smell the roses. You do okay with a Toyota. You don't need a Mercedes. Anything they can do to keep your butt down. One of my agents called me and said, guess what this agent said after you talked to him? I go, I have no idea. So the idea was to get this person to quit. Not only were they not going to do it, they think this person should quit. And this person's killing it, making money hand over fist, more than they've ever made in their life. This person questions what? Not the viability of it, but the ethics of it. Because you can't question the viability, so they question the ethics. So this person calls me and tells me what this one said. And I go, I was really careful because you don't know if they're sleeping with them or if they're their best buddy or if it's their dad, right? So I was like, well, let me understand who it is and the whole situation. Listen to it. And as this person talked to me about this person came to their own conclusion because of the questions I asked. But if they had just kept their head down and working, Aben, and this person questioned the ethics, and this person kept their head down, they would have a crawl in their chaw. They would have a pebble in the boot. They'd have a spur in the burr. They'd have something that kept them from giving 100%. So if I can get people to lean in play, then I can keep them giving 100% that will double and triple. If you can't get people to lean in and be on the cause, they're going to stray like kitties. Have you ever tried to have like 5, 6 kitties and try to herd them up? Come here, kitty, kitty, come here, kitty, come here. You get dogs running around cats. It is not going to herd. You can't herd them. The only way you can herd us and we can become a team. I don't want to be herded. Do you understand the offensive team has to come together? Defensive team has to come. The football team has to come together. If you don't come together, we ain't going to have no team. You ain't going to have no team, you're going to get the snot beat out of you. Bad news bears or not, you're going to lose. Okay. How do you fuel it? So once you get up thinking, oh, I got to kill this thing, I don't care what happens. How do you keep the fuel going? Enthusiasm. Okay. Enthusiasm and willingness to be embarrassed. Enthusiasm and willingness to get beat. Enthusiasm and willingness to fail. Well, if you're a winning spirit, you're going to fail in the winning spirit game. But you got to be willing. People, Bright does this a lot. He goes like, I know what you're going to do, what you can do and all that, but are you willing to do it? So, all right. Eagerness is excited. I can't wait to jump in this fight. This guy won't come to convention. Andy, will you call for him? I can't wait to call him. Now watch this. He said, oh, so you're calling my people who want to go to convention. I'm not calling your person who wants to go to convention. I've got a big business. I'm going to pick the place where people are listening to me. You got 3 people, and all of them are dumb. You're going to have to be eager to jump in there on them. I might show you one time how to do it, but I can't. You got to be eager, Abian. If you got those guys that won't recruit, won't make a list, won't build it, won't make referrals, you got to be eager to jump on them. Eager and willing, because you might eagerly jump on them, and they might eagerly tell you to go fly a kite, take a long walk off a short pier, tell you they quit. I quit, ABN. I always tell them, send me a note, because you ain't doing nothing. So you're going to have to send me a note to tell me quit, because I can't tell you quit, because it looks the same as when you was doing it. It looks exact same as when you quit as when you was doing it. Send me a note. That gets them mad, which gets me nowhere, but I feel better about my eagerness to talk to the next one. Hey, by the way, Terry and Adam, did y'all see how I tried so hard to get those guys to convention, but could you tell that I couldn't care less? Some of y'all, I could see y'all. One of you in particular went, I was laughing so hard. That shows you care. Yeah, but you're supposed to show them you care, Andy, because if they don't know you care, they don't care what you know. Because if they don't know what you care, they don't know what you know. They don't care what you know. I go, I cared. That's why I tried. I told them I didn't care if they didn't come. I was going to be there next week anyway. That shows them I care. That shows them I'm pissed. Well, if I'm sitting there saying I'm not going to be pissed if you don't come, and then I do that, then they think I'm pissed. Well, why don't you want them to think you're pissed? Because I want to go see them next week and get somebody underneath them that's got some sense. Hey, so Albright's not as dumb as he acts. By the way, this is what the girl called unethical. Me strategically trying to help people is unethical. Brilliant, because it is a little manipulative. It's what Joyce changed my word from greedy to having prosper so that you can give to others. Okay, change the word. Okay, I conform to help people. I try to conform them so they can be wealthy. Oh, he's trying to manipulate them. Bro, I'm trying to change them from broke to rich, from stupid to smart, from selfish to considerate. from blind to the outside to eyes wide open, from looking left and right, to and fro, and having some sensibility of where you are, as opposed to being blind, unaware. Bel Air, how are you doing?
Great.
This helping at all?
Sir,
Do you feel any of it?
I feel like you're talking directly to me. Is that why you invited?
I'm looking right at you.
Is that why you invited me on the call? Thanks, Andy. We could have talked in private about this. Appreciate it.
Let me tell you what let me work with you, Eric. What I see in you is a well-constructed machinery by God himself. Nobody else like you. Billions of people born and never one been like you and never one like you. And you're going for number one in the country. Who else is even willing to say they're going for number one? Bill, I need at least a text to tell me you're going to be number one. Who else is even saying that besides you, Bel Air? Your spirit of competitiveness is why you are on this call. And I'm going to make a couple of more adjustments too. So what you got to do, by the way, Adam, here's what we're talking about. Adam and Brandon and Guerrera, these people that are smoking and growing, and there's a lot of people smoking and growing. Terry Edwards. There's somebody told me, so I got Terry's growing, but what do you mean but? Terry's growing. But let's find out what Terry's doing. The biggest thing is Terry don't get confused by staying in the game, staying on the calls, getting beat up occasionally, but accepting it. One of my friends that coached me, he said, you have to avail yourself to the system. I need to be there for the beatings. He's like, yeah. Well, he didn't say yeah, but that's what he meant. Avail yourself to the system. You have to avail yourself. Here comes I'm going number one, right on cue. Right on cue, baby. Here's why they're smoking. They're leaning in. They're leaning in. I don't know that I'm going to win. I just know I ain't going to lose. They're leaning in. You see what I'm saying? It's that leaning in that keeps people on track. People say, well, I'm tired of leaning in. I'm just going to keep my head down and work. It's more, I don't know what it sounds like when it's going in. I guess, I don't know. All right. So from eagerness and willingness, you got to be excited to jump in. What does eagerness mean? Now or right now? What do we do on that call, Terry? I'm going to call him right now. I'm going to the deepest point of that leg right now. Right now. Now. Well, you can't call everybody right now. No, but I can pick A, they're the best ones to call. B, they're pretty good to call. C, why am I calling them? D, I can delegate it to you, Mark, to call them. E, let's don't ever call them back. That's how I pick my people. Like that guy that's like wanting to violate the contract and wanting to know why I won't violate the contract with him. I don't return his text, email, or phone call. He's bewildered. He can't believe that I won't call him back because of his situation. His situation is we had an agreement. Terry, you know what I'm talking about. We had an agreement. I'm sticking to my agreement. I'm not going to argue about my agreement. I ain't got time for you. Why don't you just tell him that y'all had an agreement? I ain't got time for him. I got no minutes for him because I'm working on A and B sometimes. I give A and B everything I got. C, I might give them a referral. Tell them who to call. You know who you ought to call? All right. What fuels your enthusiasm? Your enthusiasm, which eagerness, will, is your ambition. Desire for achievement and distinction. I don't care nothing about my name being on the leaderboard. Really? Great. Here's why I want my name on the leaderboard in integrity. Here's why I want Brad Adams to know who I am. So I can tell him about you, Bel Air. You can't shine a light up on somebody if you ain't got the light shined on you. Well, I just put them in the spotlight and I stand back. Yeah, Brian Adams called him and talked to him. He said, like I want to help people. I got to have a desire for achievement to give other people. Ambition, desire for achievement and distinction. Vanilla Ice, golden record, platinum record, distinction hanging on the wall. Well, I'm just not that sort of guy. I don't want trophies. You don't have trophies. There's difference in not wanting them, not having them. Well, I do have them. I've just got them stored in the closet. And you know exactly where they are, don't you? Just because you don't hang them on the wall don't mean you don't want them. Y'all know I watch them crime stories. They always keep them trophies, baby. The bone collector. I'll learn a lot from them. Separate yourself from the crowd. How about this one? Live up to your potential. What I ask that guy, y'all should repeat this stuff to people. It's worth something. Steve Maxim, what I say to that guy, what burns my butt? Do you remember what I told him?
Flame that high?
Flame that high.
Can't remember the other part now.
Flame that high. He's close. What is it?
Unused potential.
That's what burns me up. Unused potential. Lack of ambition. Lack of eagerness to be distinguished. Lack of eagerness for achievement. This will get your juices pumping. This will get the fire smoking. And by the way, this is for you, me especially, and Steve, and Kat, especially you, Kat, and Clay, and Belair, and Mirdo, Rojas especially. This is very, very peculiar to you. And you, Preacher Joyce. I almost forgot what I was going to say. When you compare yourself to people that are less than you or the same as you, you're not going to have a desire for distinction and have eagerness and willingness to do something different because you've already achieved all you're going to achieve when you compare it to people that are same as you, as less as you. And that's what most people do because they don't want to work. And then they don't want to work, and then they don't have the spirit of excitement, spirit of ambition, the spirit of the winning spirit. They don't have a winning spirit because it's called the spirit of satisfied and complacent. And then they say, here's what they say, Joyce, the Bible said to be content. That's what they say. I call it their high moral house. Just like you use the Bible for prosperity and wanting more, they use the Bible to stay broke. God said, be content with what you have. Yeah, but he didn't say nothing about sit on your butt and not work 20 hours a day and try to change the world and bring other people to him. That takes work. Distinction. Billy Graham, distinction. And preach PD, distinction. Steve Furtick, distinction. Achievement. Let's tell you how many people they got saved, how many people they got dunked in the water. Oh, I saw the best one. I saw the best picture my wife showed me. It was a picture of a church, and beside it had a big old water slide. And they said, I don't know what religion they are, but that's where I want to get baptized. Don't we wish all of life was like that? You want to get baptized? No. You want to climb up there and slide down? Oh, yeah. We'll call you baptized. That's the religion we're all looking for, ain't it? I'm going to leave you with that, guys. I hope it's helped a little bit. I appreciate y'all jumping on live. It's always fun to fight and say salute, body. Woohoo, baby. Boo-boo. That's what you get for Pilates right there. Just nothing. All right, woohoo. That's good, Bella. All right, love y'all. Hammer down. Let's kill this thing. Hey, family reunion coming up. Get one more. Uno más, otro. Uno, otro más, uno más. All them words. All right, love y'all. Bye. Get one more.